Peace, peace. What's up, my people? Today, I want to tell you about part 2, the foundation. This section includes 5 chapters, movements and travels, connecting people, art, culture, and music, hip-hop, and work and hustle. All right, let's get right into it. Chapter 3, movements and travels. In this part, I delve into the foundational aspects of my life. See, I started traveling as a baby, and I moved a lot during my childhood. When I was 5 weeks old, my mother took me to New Jersey to visit the family. I was getting my passport stamped before I could even sit straight. From my birth till I turned 18 and left home, we moved at least 10 times, and I went to about 10 different schools. Then, as an adult, life took me all over Europe and across the United States, and I still have so many places to see. Yet, I consider myself a digital nomad with 20 plus countries visited. What I love most is discovering new cultures. And this is what leads me to chapter 4, connecting people. See, my nickname has been connecting people for years now. Moving so much and traveling as a child gave me a bigger picture of the world and the capacity to quickly adapt to new environments. But ever since a young age, my main interest were all the people I got to meet along the journey. Before I could even speak, I was looking to connect people. My mother often told me stories of how she'd carry me in a wrap against her chest, facing outwards, as she'd run errands. And so, as we crossed people, she said smiles and laughs arose as I caught people's attention. It's said that connection is one of the most important things for any human being. We need to feel connected to each other. And this is something I had to learn. It wasn't necessarily natural to me. Of course, I'm probably what would be called an extrovert. But it took time to get to develop these skills. I've been blessed to meet so many people along my journey, and it started very young. Growing up in a musical family means I was exposed to art and culture early. And this leads me to my next chapter, chapter 5, art, culture, and music. In this chapter, I speak about my relationship with the arts, my experiences, and I try to define art, culture, and its value. And I ask myself why more of us don't even try. So, is everybody creative? As the saying goes, if you can talk, you can sing. If you can walk, you can dance. If you can think, you can tell a story, whatever shape or form you choose to express it. Or you can choose to believe the story you tell yourself or were told by others. Only a few are chosen to become artists and innovators and shape culture. Or did they choose to tell and write their own story? From all the different cultures that I've been exposed to and got a chance to discover during my life, one of them stands out for me. And in chapter 6, hip hop, I write about discovering hip hop culture in the 90s, how it influenced me, and how I fell in love with it before becoming a part of the movement. As we celebrate 50 years of hip hop last year, I also delve into the meaning of the culture in my eyes and the responsibility of rappers and artists. As the saying goes, rap is something you do, hip hop is something you live. I could have never imagined I would get to do some of the things I've been blessed to do in my life thanks to hip hop and rap music. I truly believe it saved my life. At the time though, I was just a fan. Rap was the soundtrack to my movements, and hip hop was my lifestyle. This leads me to the next chapter, chapter 7, work and hustle. In this chapter, I delve into my complicated relationship with work and how I was naturally inclined to business, but had to learn how to hustle. As children, we normally aren't confronted with monetary issues, but soon enough, we're expected to know what we want to do and become as adults. I still remember in my teens, the question, what will you do when you grow up, was getting closer, with no idea of the answer. But I knew it wasn't a doctor, lawyer, or teacher. I wanted to do something I love, travel the world, and become a rich entrepreneur by any means necessary. From an early age, I was conscious of the struggles that go with making a living doing something you love. For various reasons, I was never really inclined towards regular jobs, although I had a bunch of those. Looking back, I found ways to create my own path and became a jack of all trades rather than a specialized worker. Through my story, I also challenge our definition of work. So when I'm asked, what do you do? A complicated multi-level answer is necessary for me. And I know I'm not the only one, yet some people just can't understand. When are you going to get a real job? And finally, I also observe how the term hustle has become so trendy nowadays. And this is the closing chapter for part 2, the foundation. As dysfunctional as my foundation is, I'm also very blessed and grateful to have experienced so many different things. And this is what I want to get into in the next part. See y'all in the next video. Peace.